Hey guys, welcome to another Cephalsaurus review with me, Cephalsaurus, and today, following on from the last video, we will be doing the Cephala pack, like we mentioned before. But first, I'm just going to talk about this, our new little display I guess we have going on here. It's part of a shop display. This is part of a shop display that we will look at the whole thing later on. It's a nice little display shelf for me now, haha. But this part of it makes a great background for these videos, and hopefully, well, you can see there's a little bit of light shining on it here, but new camera later on will hopefully fix that. And now let's get on to the point of this video and look at the Pachycephalosaurus. And here she is, the Jurassic Park Series 2 Pachycephalosaurus figure. We don't have the packaging, as I was a child at the time and don't really keep the packaging when I was a kid. The packaging on all the original Jurassic Park stuff though was pretty damn cool. But yeah, let's look at this guy, and yeah, we'll start with the paint job I think today. And I mean, I've got to admit, even though it's an original, a lot of people do like this, but I'm not a huge fan of the a lot of the Series 2 ones were bright colours together, but I think it's just too much red for me, and maybe I just don't like the contrast of all the colours. I like it to look a bit more natural. Yeah, but that's just me really. It's still a good figure. It's pretty good. The pattern works well on it. It looks, the pattern is painted well. Some nice detailing on the face. Little red eye there, and the same on the other side. It's got lots of yellow going on. You didn't see a Pachycephalosaurus in the original film, obviously, so the mould doesn't quite match up to what we eventually see in The Lost World. But I mean, it's pretty well. A little example quickly. The mouth is more of a dinosaur mouth than the one in the Lost World. I think is a bit more beaky, but yeah. I mean, the overall paint job's pretty good. It fades white underneath, and that fades quite well, really. A lot better than what we see from the Jurassic World line, unfortunately. It should match, or if not be better these days, but cheap toys. Yeah, paint job's okay really. Like I say, I'm not a huge fan of the colours, but it's not a bad paint job nonetheless. I guess, yeah, just a quick look. You've got the JP number 14 there on the tail. It's quite a small one really. A lot of them have quite a large one on the leg, but there you go. I guess this one, you can see something on the leg there, and we'll talk about that in just a second. First, we'll look at the movability of the figure. The arms got quite a lot of room in there, though they are quite long, gangly arms, really. But yeah, you've got that. The legs, because the legs are part of the main feature, you can go back like that. But the way the body's moulded, you can see when I pull the leg back. You see the way the body's moulded. The leg doesn't go any further than that. And we'll turn it over. Hey look, Hasbro, no screw holes. Yeah, it's pretty much the same on the other side. So down and up, and the head. Yeah, going back to this mysterious button on the leg there. Now the button on the leg, sorry, lets us do the action feature, which here she headbutts, which is kind of cool. You could hold them. What I'd like to do after seeing the second film, hold the button down and just charge at other things. Yeah, that's it really. Now, from one to another, the Lost World Jurassic Park Pachycephalosaurus. Now, as you can see, it is the exact same mould, just with a different paint job. One thing I never quite got with this is the coloration of it, because it's not what we see in the film. There is a larger really good Pachycephalosaurus toy that you can get, which is the right paint job. It's really good mould. Used to have that one, but let someone borrow it and it got broken. Yay. It was my favourite at the time, but yeah. I digress. Having a quick look at this one, as you can see, as I say, the same mould and whatnot, which again, surprising with the same mould, because they didn't tweak the face at all to make it look more like the one we see in the second film. It's just the exact same mould. Though I guess that bit of paint on it does kind of make it look a bit more beaky. Yeah, the green is 2 shades of green and a sort of grey on the bottom. It works, it's not as bright as the other one. The pattern's quite good. I like how it runs along the tail there, the stripes along the tail. It's not too much to say about it really. It's not quite so vibrant on the head, which I like, but it is a randomly bright red compared to the green. I'd have been happy with a sort of grey colour, but I mean it works quite well. And if you wanted to say that it was a male one, I guess the red could be a crest for attracting a mate or something, but pretty sure as a child we didn't get that into it. The movement is exactly the same. The one thing to note is this is made of a tougher plastic than the other one. The tail is not flexible at all, it's solid. But on the other, on here, you've got quite a bit of bend on the tail, which I mean doesn't really matter for the sake of the toy, but it's just a interesting note. Yeah, same action feature. Yeah. Yeah, the only thing I can really fault these ones on, because I'd like these overall. As I say, I'm not the hugest fan of these toys here. I actually, to be honest, if the Jurassic World one didn't have the screw holes, I'd say it's better. But there you go. The only thing to note is the mould on these isn't the best out of all the Jurassic Park toys that we've had. I mean, if you look, like you've got this line that runs along here. You can see the seam quite a lot. The front of the head, I'm not too worried about that with the neck there, because we can, I mean, it allows it to do the feature, so it's not really a problem. But it's just the way it's moulded just makes it really chunky and quite a chunky feeling dinosaur. And like I say, the mould doesn't fit all that well together. You can see the lines there. And it's the same on the Jurassic Park one. Maybe not quite so much. Again, that might be the 2 different types of plastic. But, yeah, it's not bad, really. Now, just for the sake of the Cephala pack, we'll get a little comparison going with the Jurassic World one. We did a comparison with the Jurassic World video anyway, but you can see they're the same size, which is really cool because a lot of the Jurassic World ones aren't. It's really nice to have one that is. This one's a little bit more streamlined, but it's not too bad anyway. It's not as chunky, but like I say, you can put it down to whatever you want, really. They're toys. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the Cephala pack altogether, and they are the Cephala pack, and no one will ever defeat them. Yeah, here's the Cephala pack when they want to stay up. Ta-da! Cephala pack. Not sure who would be the leader and who's male or female, but either way, there's our Cephala pack, and that's it really. I think we'll just take this one away a moment to finish the review. We'll, I think both of these can, actually no, this one I'll give a 3. I mean, it is a decent figure. The mould is, as I say, the mould makes it a bit chunky on the middle there, and I'm not the hugest fan of the paint job, which is why it gets the 3 out of 5. But it's still a good toy, and I've had a lot of fun with it over the years, and I'm pretty sure that other children have as well. Well, I say children, we're all grown-ups now. only in physical form though, not in our minds. This one, just because the paint job's a bit more natural, I'll give it a 3.5. I'd give them a 3.5, both of them a 3.5 really, to be fair. Like I say, it's only the paint job. It's just a bit bright for me on the Jurassic Park one. So yeah, that's the review of the Cephala pack. quite happy with them both, and I guess you guys probably are too, because they're not bad figures. That's it for now, and we'll hopefully see you next time. Until then, cheerio.